I love it. Brilliant. Okay, so just had to pick up a new welder to sort the SC170. Don't do much welding, so I didn't have one, so I picked this one up. Just gonna have a look what's inside. Hopefully a welder. Okay, put these down here. And then the main course, a really heavy welder. Yeah. God, it's more heavy than it was when it was in the box. How is that possible? So this was about 80 quid in screw fix. So they have one in stock today, so I just popped up there and got it while it was there. There we go, that's what you get. Looks okay. I think probably the welding visor, I will get another one because it's a bit flimsy and you've got to hold it. But apart from that, everything looks good. And then also over here, I've got some more grinding discs just so I can cut a little hole out where the rust is. Got the sticks and some tin snips, and there's some metal on its way down to me. So we'll make a start on that as soon as we can. So we're going to take a look at this welding now. So I'm going to cut this bit out here and I'm going to try and do something with this. Not quite sure. I'm going to have a little bit of a pick at it and see if I can sort this bit here. Maybe put a piece around there depending on what I can do with that. So first thing we have to do is come in here and take out the seats. So these seats are already loose. I'm going to take these out, put them in the house, and then I'm going to take these side panels off here so that I can properly get to the holes. Let's get these seats out. Bloody thing's jacked up. It's a bit of a struggle. Foot's trapped. My God, it's like a car trap in here. Get a really good view of the road driving a Focus. Not out there, down there. Okay, I should point out I'm not a welder, never done much of this at all. I'm simply going to have a go at this to the best of my knowledge. There may well be easier ways to do this, and feel free to let me know in the comments. But what I'm going to do, marked it out from this side. I need to cut it from the other side, I think, because it'll probably be easier. So I'm just going to drill a couple of holes in there so I can take a reference point from the other side. Got the outline there. Join the dots with a bit of tire marker if you want to be flash, and then I'm going to get the grinder from the inside, cut around that. Same on the other side, but we just make sure that the loom is out of the way. We don't want to cut through that. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, this is just a tool I happen to have at hand. I'm sure there are much more delicate pieces of equipment to do a cut like this, but this is what we're going to use today. Don't want to set the carpet on fire. Not today anyway. Okay, let's have a go from the other side as well, just for the bottom bits. Okay, just going to tidy up this bit here, see if we can keep a bit of that, just get the rough bits off, polish around the edges or grind the edges off, just make sure they're smooth, or as smooth as possible, back to shiny metal, and then I'll do the same on the other side. Grind the edge back to shiny, as much as you can, probably a bit more to do on that. And then as I was working, the delivery company put the metal at the house, so this is 1.5 mil. Seems to be the sort of size that people go for. It looks roughly the same as the bit that I've cut out. So what I'm going to do now is get some cereal packets, make a template, draw it out on here, and then I'm going to cut that shape out with tin snips. Just going to give this a tidy up. I don't like to leave cars dirty, so I'm just going to vacuum through it, get all the bits from the grinding hoovered up. So this is a nice surprise, come with me. Bloody front of the passenger footwell is completely soaked. Oh, I reckon that is either leaking in through that air box at the front, the cabin filter, or because it's been jacked up at this funny angle, or I haven't shut this door properly, because it did rain pretty hard last night. But I'm going to have to clean it up and investigate the cause of the problem. That's a real pain in the arse, that is. Yeah, the cause of that, it's been jacked up at this funny angle, and around the front, let me just show you. So the water gets in there and then down into the pollen filter. I did run a bead gasket around there a little while ago, but I think it's because it has been jacked up at this angle. It's obviously got in there and got to the carpet, so we'll have to dry that out. As we're here, quickly show you the engine. The battery I need to replace, it's dead. It's been sitting here for a while, so I'll get a new one of those. We've got the 2 litre Cosworth tuned engine with VVT, which is just in there. So we've got the high flow aluminium head, cast aluminium pistons, inlet manifold runner control, which is down there. These are all the extra bits. We've got bigger inlet ports, high lift camshafts, so basically revs higher. I mean, this is the reason why people take these cars and they take these engines out and they use them in kit cars. They're very good engines, rev nicely and really suit the car. So for these bits down here, I'm just taking it right back to the metal. I'm going to polish all this up, clean it all up, get the rust off, treat it with a rust killer, and then I'm going to use a fiberglass reinforced filler just to patch up a little bit down there. So once it's clean, just get the rust killer all over it, make sure it gets everywhere, and then we can put the fiberglass filler on top. That's had a night to dry, it's turned black, it's all nice and stable now, so happy with that. That's ready to be sorted. I'm going to cut up the old cereal box ready for the template that I need to make, so I can cut round the sheet of steel that I've got. Look at that, what a great advert. If you're watching Wheat Biscuits Company, I'm running a bit low. I'm just going through ideas here. I was thinking to do it in 2 separate bits, but maybe I'll do it in one bit. I'm gonna have a go cutting it out in one bit and then bending it to shape and see how that goes. There we go. Didn't cut my finger off, although it'd make a good thumbnail. So that's been worked into shape there. I've just used a piece of wood and the hammer and just literally sort of got the curve on it, and it seems to kind of fit in there pretty reasonably now, so I'll get that tacked in and then we'll see what happens. Ooh. We'll tidy these up when they're dry. Yeah, if you're a welder, honestly, you have my full respect. That is a seriously difficult job to do. Well, I find it difficult. I did it once, sort of 15-20 years ago when I was at college, but that is a real skill, and it's a skill that, if you know, I do not have, but you know, we're going to sort of get that done, grind it down, it'll come out okay. But really, it's, if you know how to weld, honestly, fair play to you, it's a very skilled job. I love it. Brilliant. Here's a bit of scratch. You'll never know. So I'm getting there, guys. I'm really having fun with this. This is actually really good to try all this stuff. Really good fun. You don't get this sort of activity with newer cars, but I'm going to crack on with this. I'm going to get this posted some stuff tonight because there'll be a few more days working on this, and I'm sure you want to see what's going on. So I'll get that up tonight, and then tidy it up, do a bit of grinding, spray it, get it all sorted out, and I'll be back with you soon.